I'm already mad that I just peeped that my settings was touched, and I'm gonna do a separate video on that on a different day. But I got a lot to get off my chest right about now, especially when it comes to this corny reverse psychology glazing 2K community. And I wanna, this might be the thumbnail of this video because I got a lot of things I wanna get off my chest. And I just hope other people are peeping what I'm seeing and what I've been observing from the 2K community over the past years. Um, it's kind of crazy and insane to me how this garbage 2K community is sitting up here talking about RNG this, RNG that, RNG this, RNG that, because you thought that you were going to get bailed out for doing something stupid. Also, you thought you were going to get bailed out for not having any IQ and doing stupid stuff. Shout out to Saint Hardaway because he's been exposing you clowns all this time. This year will be the last year I take anything you guys say seriously, and I'm just going to have fun cooking you up. You're just going to get clips from me after this year because I'm so done hearing the community cry and complain. It's hilarious. It's funny. Can this community do one thing for me, especially now that it's finally been taken out? Can you guys, and thank you for actually doing that because it actually is a thing, and what people didn't notice about Season 9 is the RNG has low-key been amped up to, you know, times 10, simply because they're done with the game, but that's still not, you're not going to use that as an excuse, and it's not a contradiction because I already foresee your dumbass arguments. You're not going to use that as a cop-out excuse because you're ass. I have something to get off my chest. Stop using RNG as an excuse because you're dog shit. Let me tell you a little secret about the RNG in this game. You want to know why RNG was in this game? RNG was a bait move in this game and really the previous 2Ks, and it's been in 23, 24, and it was in 25 in a way. But at launch, it really wasn't in 25 because of rhythm shooting and what they did with rhythm shooting. I'm going to keep talking about rhythm shooting. They brought it back because if you don't believe me, go into J-Max videos. Shout out to him. I'm only going to name the content creators I'm cool with and that I like because they ain't out here glazing and doing weird stuff and all that corny stuff. They actually keeping it real and playing the game of basketball. Shout out to Shakedown as well. Tell me when I'm telling lies. Is it not a person in his comment section talking about some nobody should get a 70% boost? We didn't ask 2K to give us a 70% boost. That's called actually learning a mechanic some of you dumbass then refuse to use. You didn't use it and you refused to use it, and then the people that was using it, you were complaining that you were getting cooked with rhythm shooting. Let's talk about it. You want the game patched to your benefit. Sounds familiar because I can say a certain AMP member said that when 2K24 was coming out, and he said he ain't want to hear no more excuses no more from y'all. And I'm where he at right now. I don't want to hear it no more from y'all. Your ass. Stop using RNG as an excuse because you're dog ass. Because you have no IQ. Because I just ran a wreck with some two trash ass niggas that went 2 for 10 and sold the bag on purpose. Because they're mad they got patched out and they can't left right like this is NBA 2K22 anymore. 2K, keep doing what you're doing because you are exposing the bombs. And you know what their little saying is? Your hand is being held. It's funny because we weren't saying your hand was held when you were left right cheesy. Your hand was being held when you were doing that. We're not saying anything about really y'all hand being held with the double team steals. Even though that exposed your trash, and the reason why people aren't complaining about it is because you can actually You can actually, you've been patched. That low key has been patched in 25, and it's going to be patched in 26. Dudes can't double team, triple team reach no more. That's all they have. The passing lanes has been broken all year around, and nobody else. The only time you heard about the passing lanes complaint was earlier this year. I'm gonna tell you something. What's really going on, and the real excuse behind it, and certain content creators complaining about a guy being wide open and making whites and, oh, well, it's a valid argument. No, you're a crybaby. You were first legend and top ranked all this time, and then yet you got glazers and meat riders in the community just doing weird shit. You're a hole tickler. You're not good. Stop using RNG as an excuse for you being ass. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. I literally just played with a dude that went 2 for 10, and you can't even hold your match up to 0 points. And you can't even get the ball. I'm done. You guys no longer have an excuse after this year. I am exactly where Duke Dennis is at. I don't want to hear it no more. I don't want to hear it. You're ass. You're garbage. You suck. You want the game patched to your benefit. And when this game comes out and y'all still get dog walked, I don't want to hear the content creators complain. I don't want to hear the people that Joe knows is cooking complain. I don't want to hear it no more. You're ass. You're trash. You're trash. Do you hear that? You're trash. No matter how much your smelly ass sit up and sweat this game, you're trash. That's all I got to say. I ain't finna keep wasting my time on y'all. Stop going on Twitter complaining about 2K and this, that, and the third, and then have the nerve to say people had their freaking handheld. I don't want to hear it no more. It's your boy Common King CV. I'm out. Peace.